Well, this here place is called Mow Cop. It's of some much historical interest from from a Christian perspective, at least anyway. Mow Cop village lies right on the border, North Staffordshire and Cheshire, right on the border. And as you see here, we're looking up the top of the hill. The word mow comes from an old English word that simply means mound, hill, and well, as you'll see in a moment, as I'll tell you, it's of much Christian interest. It's as I say, situated on top of the hill. As you look over to the west, you can see the Cheshire Plains, and you look over to the right, to the east, and you've got the beginning of the Staffordshire moorland hills. It's a nice walk up around these parts. It was quite nice and bright when it started out. It's gone cloudy and dull, which is a shame. Misty. You can't see too far over there, but that's the Cheshire Plains over there in front of us now. You can see almost to Wales from here, I guess, on a nice bright day, which of course sadly we haven't got now. But the reason why I say that this place is of much historical interest from a Christian perspective is that back in 1810, here in the village of Mow Cop is where the primitive Methodist revival broke out. At a camp meeting here in the village of Mow Cop. It started at the camp meeting and spread throughout England. Yeah, spread, as I say, throughout England, right across to the east coast, and the west to Wales, north and south. Great revival. It touched the working classes like no other spiritual movement has done since. A guy called Clowney was one of the leaders in the revival. A very shy man. He was so shy, it said that he used to hold his hands in front of his face because he couldn't face the people and preach the gospel to them. Untold numbers. There you go, that's the Cheshire Plain in front of us now. And as I say, the revival spread throughout the land, and there's still some churches, primitive Methodist churches, left, around England today, but I don't think there's any gospel life left in them. This is a folly. They call it folly. This a castle. And so you ask me, what's a folly? It's a monumental building, ornamental building with absolutely no practical purpose whatsoever. Built in 1857, I believe. And so you say, well, why would anybody build an ornament such as that with no practical use at all? Well, you'd have to ask the fool that built it, I don't know. But we do have some of these follies around the country. They happen. And here we are over the top. And over here we're looking to the east now. And this is the start of the Staffordshire moorlands. And down there is the village of Mow Cop. This is the stage where the revival broke out in 1810. Revival, dare I say, such as we're sorely in need of today. Some danger, I think, the mist is coming in, so it's quite difficult to see very far, but your man's folly, as I say, built in 1857, but of no practical use to man or beast. This would be the highest place. You can't get inside, or quite dangerous near the edge there. But revival is what I wanted to speak about, you know, a revival that's sorely needed today, you know. The marks on the church, self-satisfaction and self-confidence, widespread worldliness in the church, no concern for the evidence of history, you know, events in the past that led to the apostasy that we see today, the visual and the sensual, you know, that are central to worship, the music, and an absence for zeal for the church, for the truth, you know, and the proclamation of it in the church. And of course it's a result of many unrenewed hearts, unbelief brought into the church. And the effect of it is, of course, is brick by brick apostasy until men are just denying the very existence of God. Unbelief, abused consciences, satanic influence, and the judgment of God. And so we need to be aware, you know, of historical events such as took place here at Mow Cop, the revival, the primitive Methodists, and for the Lord to pour out upon us the spirit of prayer and supplication, that we might look to Jesus, such as took place here at Mow Cop. Once again, a spiritual revival, bringing a renewed zeal for the truth, for doctrine, and righteousness. I don't know if you can hear the wind in the camera. There's nothing I can do about it. It's quite strong at times. But anyway, this is Mow Cop, the hill, you know, Staffordshire border with Cheshire, and it's where, as I say, it's where that revival began. And maybe perhaps just bringing this to your notice will maybe just bring to your attention the need of the day, the need of the hour in this land, in the United Kingdom, Scotland, England, Ireland, Wales, all the same state and condition spiritually: decline, apostasy, and the only answer to it is a deep running and widespread revival that the time is short, the day is far spent, night is coming when no man can work. May God grant us that spirit of prayer and of supplication, that we might cry out to Him, call upon His name, and that He would come and revive and reform us once again. So, good day to you from Mow Cop. May God go with you and bless you. Just an afterthought, this is still in Mow Cop village. This is, as you can see from the sign up there, erected 1860 primitive Methodist memorial chapel. Looks as though it's still in use. Sunday morning service 10:30, but I don't. God loves you. It's personal. I don't honestly think that there's much gospel life in any of them that are left. There may be exceptions, but they're all pretty much just like mainline Methodism. You know, they're all pretty much gone liberal. You know, deniers of the supernatural work of the gospel. But so anyway, that's just the last touch. Primitive Methodist chapel. Many hundreds, thousands if not, were built back in the time of the revival, and sadly many of them now, if not demolished, their sales rooms and all kinds of businesses, you know. But once souls were saved, brought to eternal life through the simple, plain preaching of the gospel, the dependence on the atoning work of Jesus. So sad to see our land, our nation, the state it's in today, the apostasy. Please pray for another revival, not just in Mow Cop, but throughout the land.